I'm Robbie.
And I'm Tay.
And we back, baby!
In all seriousness, we have been gone for a while, but we'll share the reasons why a little bit later. We know that you all want your information, so today we wanted to share our research and all of the information that we have to go to our next location. So what's our next location? I guess he like
Mexico.
Yes, Mexico. Yes, and as we all know, Mexico is a big country. It's so many different cities, so many different cultures and landscapes and things like that. So we have been going through the process of doing our research, finding out all kinds of different information about different areas where we may want to go, different areas with the biggest expat community, because we realized with going to Tanzania that is very important and it's almost vital to your success if you plan on being an expat as well. So we're going to go over a few areas, things that we feel like are very important to look into whenever you decide to go to another country. Our first area to research is government. Yeah, so we all want to know about the government. We want to make sure that we aren't going places that hate us or have some sort of issue or some sort of thing that we cannot deal with. From what we looked up in our different research, we found out that Mexico has 3 branches of government almost exactly like we do. So we also found out that you do not need a COVID test in order to go into Mexico. Of course, now we know, yes, you do need a test to go from Mexico back into the States, but for right now, we don't need a test in order to go on our trip, right? We also found out about immigration forms, which we experienced when we were going to Tanzania. We filled out immigration forms as soon as we got to the airport. So Mexican airport does the same thing. You can fill out your forms at the airport. Because we're not going for a very long time, you technically do not need a visa because we're American citizens. But if you want to travel around Mexico for at least 180 days, you can get a tourist visa, and they are very reasonable. They come in a $20, $40, or $60 package, and you could get it as quick as 30 minutes with that. We also found out that all you really need in order to get into Mexico is your passport or a passport card. Now, you can't really go too far anywhere else with the passport card. Those are just for if you want to go to like Mexico and Canada, if I'm not mistaken. Everything else, you need a passport. Our last thing that we found out about the government, which is, it was kind of, making us a little hesitant, but at the same time, we didn't see it as a big problem, is the police. Policia. In Mexico. And the reason why we say this is because there are so many stories of police just checking people, frisking people, asking people for their identification. Where are you going? What are you doing? Most of the time, though, they're just looking for you to pay them some money. So yeah, some sort of bribe. They want some money from you. But if you're not doing anything, you don't have to pay these bribes. You just make sure that you don't have anything illegal. You're not doing anything illegal. Don't be disrespectful. And you should be able to come out of that at least without losing your life.
Yeah, because just looking up stuff, we seen like they would say how they would even set people up just to get bribes. So they'll have different people working with the police to come around the corner, tell them, hey, he did this, he bought this, he whatever. And really, instead of going to jail, they'd rather get a bribe from you and kind of get some money out of you.
Yeah. The next thing that we looked up is the culture. We found out that this is really important, figuring out the culture. How are people going to look at us when we get there? We already learned that we are foreigners no matter where we go. So we already know this. We're kind of used to this. So we found out that the attitude towards foreigners is almost like any other country. You have some that'll welcome you, and you have some that are going to try to target you. We've been through this already, so we are well prepared for this in another country. I don't think it'll be any different. The only thing is the language difference. That's about it, but it's basically the same.
So just like everywhere, don't flash your money too much. They say don't go to certain ATMs outside. They can can take your money, okay? And people can scan your card and do all type of stuff. So just be cautious, be modest with everything you do, and you should be all right.
Right.
Black history fact.
Yes, little known fact about Mexico.
Yeah.
Their second president, I'm going to get his name, President Vincent Guerrero, abolished slavery in 1829. Most people do not even know that Mexico was a part of the Underground Railroad and that they abolished slavery before you know who.
Right. So not only did it run south, it ran north too.
Yeah.
All the way up to Canada.
Yes.
Yes.
They were really trying to get out of there.
Get out of there.
It's so funny.
They ain't stopped. They went to the water's edge. You hear me? Jesus.
Oh, we even heard some stories that some slaves floated over to Mexico on balls of cotton. Ain't that something? Going to freedom on something that was used to enslave you. Powerful. I
Some
can't
good
wait.
cotton float. Jesus, that's good.
The next thing that we're going to cover is transportation, because we talked about that in our other video, things to look for when you're going to Tanzania. Transportation, we found out, many people do ride around in cabs, but at the same time, you can get overcharged in a cab, which we already know that, as you all know. So we know that the biggest scam that we kept hearing about is catching a cab from the airport to your location. A lot of people recommend asking your host or your hotel or getting on the bus, which is, I have it written down, the ADO bus is the name of the bus that you can ride around in Mexico.
And like they said, it's just like everywhere else. You think you're walking out of the airport and you think you got an airport attendant or somebody there to help you, and there's more people just trying to get to you. But they say, hey, just like everywhere else, just get through that little front area, get outside. Like I say, ask your hotel and get the transportation ahead of time, because they're going to really try to overcharge you at the airport about that, okay?
And the main part that I feel like we should talk about is the money. Your money, your conversion rates, and things like that. Dollars compared to pesos, $1 equals approximately 20 pesos. So that's the conversion rate for us. So it is a little bit better than other places and things like that, especially here in America. It's a little bit cheaper. We also talked about Expatistan, the website that I told you guys about before. We use that same website to research these cities compared to what we want. Because we already been to Zanzibar, we compared these prices in Mexico to Zanzibar. What we found out is the most comparable city to Zanzibar in Mexico is Merida. And that is where a lot of black expats are. We did know that this place is cheaper, but unfortunately we are not going over there. We're not going over there. We have our eyes. Yeah. If we do not like these three places, we will go over there. And we're not saying that we won't go or it's a bad place or anything like that. It's just not in the path that we decided to go.
It's not in the cards.
Our cities that we're looking at, Cancun, Playa del Carmen, and Tulum. And I hope I'm saying those right. If I am not, please leave the pronunciation in the comments. We really appreciate it.
It's Tulum.
Oh my goodness. We are working on our Spanish as well, guys. Please work on whatever language you are going into. I was fortunate enough to have Spanish 1, 2, and 3. So I have a basic understanding.
I had Spanish 1 twice, so I'm good on the first stuff.
But, you know, in America, we learn Spanish more than any other language. So I have a basic understanding of how to conjugate verbs in order to match the pronoun and things like that. Yes, I do.
Yeah. Well, I'm from Fort Lauderdale, so we talk to them. We talk. As if you don't know Spanish, you ain't going to get nothing in Fort Lauderdale, okay?
So we wanted to compare the prices of the cities so that we know how it would be comparable to what we're looking for, our budget. As some of you may know, we are a family of 5, so we are looking for something that is going to be within our budget, that is not going to scare us when we get over there. We're just looking for something that is very manageable for us and our income.
Yes. While we're talking about money, you guys, when you're switching your money, please, they say really get your money before you leave, most of all, and to get smaller bills, because trying to find change to tip your waiters or to tip somebody, it kind of gets, you know, if you don't have the change or you can't get the change readily, you might be hard to tip them a tenner or something big if you don't have any smaller change. And they said that helps out a lot with your service and stuff like that, because their pay rate is not that much. They might get $10 a week or something of that nature. So anything helps. You get better service. You get the people knowing you, loving you better, enjoying you better. We learned that from going anywhere, even in America. The more you tip, the better you are to people, the better they'll be to you.
Alrighty, so we found out that the most expensive of all 3 of these cities is Tulum. Then the next city under that is Cancun. And then the cheapest out of the 3 is supposed to be Playa del Carmen.
Yeah.
So we also found out that Playa del Carmen is where all the education is. We have 3 children, so we are interested in knowing where we can send our kids to school. We homeschool the children right now, but I really want to put them back in school. But I do not feel safe putting them into school while we're here. So that is a very big thing for us.
Yes.
One of the last things that we wanted to talk about is our flight and our housing. Our flights, as we all told you all before, when we went all the way over to Tanzania, our tickets round trip were $700 per person.
Yes.
So that was a lot for us.
And it was a 24-hour flight.
Yeah, it's about a 24-hour trip.
Good times.
We cannot afford that for all 5 of us and our family. So these flights were only $130. $130.
I'm going twice, y'all.
That's round trip. So for all of us together, even with taxes and fees and everything like that, it was about $750.
Yes.
And that's the price of one ticket round trip to Africa. Well, Tanzania, we do know that Africa is the whole continent and that there are many countries that make up Africa. Yes. We know this. Just like there are very many states that make up America, but no one ever says what state they go to. They just say, I've been to America. Okay, so we just use it interchangeably because that's just part of our culture, just how we feel. It is still part of the continent.
Yes.
All right, so we also wanted to just say that we are going to be using the same platform that we used last time for housing. Airbnb was really good for us. When it was good, it was great. Yes. When it was bad, y'all know it was the worst. But this time we learned a lot. We know that we need to contact our hosts. We need to talk to them. We need to make sure that no funny business is going on.
Yes.
The properties that we're looking at are around $20 to $30 a night. And we found very great accommodations for that price. On the beach, we found a lot by all of the different shopping centers and things like that with hot water and all of those great things.
Toilets.
So yes, we will leave this one last thing about the toilets in Mexico that we did find out.
What's that?
We found out that you cannot flush the toilet paper down the toilet. So you have to use the bathroom and then you have to put your toilet paper inside of the trash. Which is different, but there's no problem with that. We are going to get used to it. We're going to do it and we're going to stick to it.
And if you guys want to do some things for fun, if you want to not worry about it, book your stuff ahead of time. You can do that. Book your little excursions and packages. Or if you just want to do it on the whim, you can still do the same thing while you're there and, you know, go on an adventure and go out while you're right there. So.
Yes, and we saw so many different activities. They had the water skiing, they had snorkeling, they had this jungle buggy thing where you can ride around a jungle inside this little motorized vehicle. So like we're looking at so many different things. There was a zoo, by where we're trying to go. So it's a lot to do out there, and it's so beautiful. I just can't wait to go and see like the forest and be next to the beach and just see all of the different geography. Like I'm excited.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to let you all know, for those who stuck around to hear the end, we have been missing. We have been gone because we have been going through a lot, guys. Nothing to the point where we're like in any physical danger or anything like that, but things have definitely been changing. We have to start moving towards being on a website. We received our first warning/strike for one of our videos, so this is letting us know that we really have to get off of here. We really appreciate what we have accomplished while we've been here this very short time. We are so thankful for our subscribers. We love you all so much. We really do. Thank y'all so much. But we just have to let you all know that we will be going to our website very soon, hopefully by the end of this month, if not by the end of next month. And over there, we'll be having live chats, we'll have forums, we'll be able to speak more freely about the things that we actually experience. We're going to be sharing all of our unreleased footage from Tanzania because we have so much that we didn't even get to put out because of the whole thing with the internet shutting down and all of that different stuff. So we have so many different things, and we're almost to 500 subscribers. Yay! And when we get there, yes, we're going to be giving away something to you all to let you know how much we really appreciate you following us. How much we appreciate you sharing, subscribing, liking, commenting, even those who don't like it. We appreciate y'all too, because y'all are helping us with our next trip. You're helping us to build thicker skin, so we appreciate you too.
Yes, exactly. Hey, I would like to let you know though, if you do have any information about the different places that we named out, let us know. If you're going on your adventure, DA family would love to be a part of it. Let us know in the descriptions. We can help you look up stuff. We can talk about it on our channel, because we're not set in stone in anywhere right now. And we're just looking for the best place, the best prices, the best atmosphere for our family. You know, so please leave in the comments. Please let us know where you want to go. Please let us know any information about these 3 or 4 places that we named out that you may know that can help us out, so we don't go uninformed. Okay.
Thank you so much. And we also want to let you all know. Do not forget to join your Facebook groups for the area that you are deciding to go to. We found a very good group. I'm going to actually try to get the name. It's called Black Expats in Mexico, Drama Free. I love that group. I love them so much. And they really are drama free, because if you're not careful, you can get caught up in one of these repat cults. So we're going to save that for a whole nother video. For a whole nother video when we over on our platform where we can speak freely, but you don't want to get caught up in any funny situations. But these people have been so loving, so sharing, the way they get together, the way they just work together. I just love it. You can always tell if they're really a loving and tight group. By the way they treat each other, that's how you can really tell. Yes,
and you guys, the reason I think that's most important is that's like your family when you're not around anybody, when you don't have anybody to reach out to, anybody that you think is thinking about you. Those groups, they're like family, because they understand that's all we have while we're there. So it's one of the best moves. Even if you don't talk a lot, just get into one so people know you're coming. You have people expecting you to come, and you know, at least in some kind of way, and to ease your mind that somebody's gonna be looking out for you. Yes, ma'am.
So that's it.
Did you want to say anything?
Very last, we would like to say, the very last reason why we have not been on here is a very emotional reason. 2 weeks ago, I lost my brother. So I have been kind of just feeling kind of down. Like, we really had to make sure that everything was going to be okay with him and his service, with us singing, trying to serve in this space, feeling like this. So
it was different from anything.
Yeah.
Because we sang at funerals, we sang at other people's stuff, people we know, but nobody on a level like that. So
yeah. So if you believe in God and you believe in prayer, please keep us in your prayers because we're still dealing with this. If y'all can't tell, like, try to put on, you know, a happy face and things like that. But there's a lot going on, and we hope that you all are staying prayed up for your families as well. And we pray that you all stay safe this year. We pray that you stay safe from corona, that you stay safe from any hurt, harm, or danger, and that if anybody does go in to see the Lord, that you all will have peace and comfort, and knowing that they have returned to see the Creator, the King of all kings.
Yeah. That part.
Yes, and we all should hope that we will too meet them someday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you all for watching, and we hope that you all will come back and come see and chill with the Dickinson Adventures.
We out here, baby.